What's up, Texas wrestling fans and MPX addicts? This is Jay Williams, your hashtag certified mark, here again, once more, with my co-host, as always,
the voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith.
And man, it is great to be back.
Welcome back.
Again.
Welcome back to all the addicts.
It has been an enforced vacation, unfortunately, but we find ourselves here.
It was an unpaid vacation, too.
Yeah.
You didn't pay me. You never have paid me.
I didn't get paid for this vacation either. Without this running, we don't get paid, unfortunately. But I got to say...
Wait, so I do get paid?
Much like the show itself, we are here time after time, at time after time limit.
I was going to say, you missed a word. It was limit.
I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because tonight we got to see the 5 competitors of the gauntlet match next week competing to see who would be going last.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Look at this gauntlet match that we've got. We've got arguably probably, 5 of the top MPX athletes ever.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Brent McKenzie, who is the longest reigning MPX champion in this building.
Although
Kirby.
that part may be changing with a big old asterisk next to it.
I choose not to ignore that asterisk, but then you've also got Stephen Kirby, the first ever Grand Slam champion here in MPX. You've got Baby D, who we always say is a pillar of MPX. You've got one of the hottest young rookies ever in the history of MPX, and Tatum Manning.
Yeah, very true. You know what? As much as I don't like him at times, I can't deny that because it is very true. He is the hottest rookie. Well, he's not a rookie anymore. I mean,
no, but that's the thing. You've seen how well he's developed.
True.
And no one else, with the exception of Ryan and Tommy, have developed that quickly.
Yep.
And then you've got the champion.
Oh, yeah.
Who you want to put in that. You're going to do that, but you're going to say he has an asterisk?
Hail
Sagan. Really? And then you're going to put an asterisk by his name.
I can't lie. I'm not going to lie about it. It's unfortunate or truth. I mean, honestly, I feel in my heart of hearts that he would still be champion now, even if we were still running weekly from the moment he won that belt to now.
I mean, yeah, it's no longer the MPX Center. This is House Sagan.
Yes, indeed. This is the house that Sagan built. He has destroyed everybody who's come before.
And he got rid of Frankie, and that was his house.
Yeah. But, man, this whole night was intense. It was a great night. It ended on a spot that I'm not 100% sure I'm fine with at all.
Yeah, and Jamie has told me he wants to talk about a few things, but not the entire thing. So, we got to... We'll take note.
Okay. Welcome to MPX Mainline.
Oh, it's Saturday night. A break for the wicked on the weekend. Mama, can I get another amen? Oh, it's Saturday night. Swear to God, I ain't never gonna repent. Mama, can I get another amen? Oh, it's Saturday night.
And then we started off the night with one of those gauntlet matches with Brent McKenzie, Super Tex himself, taking on a man that I have time and again called the most hated man at MPX.
You have Dexter Hardaway, Super Dex?
Super Dex?
Yeah. I mean, but hey, look at this. We saw Texas versus Oklahoma. We saw Texas versus OU. We saw the Red River rivalry.
Yeah, we did. And you know what? It ended exactly how it should. Because as hard as Dex tried, he brought it too.
I feel for Dex.
I do.
He was on a really good win streak.
He was. It's got to be that gap.
Was it 168-0 or something like that? Like that's
something like that. Yeah.
You know how they are. They pad the stats.
But he was doing really good. He was on a run of just win after win after win. But unfortunately, when you come up against the immovable object that is Super Tex Brent McKenzie, you better be the unstoppable force. And unfortunately,
well, let's be honest. If he would have hit that 6-1 knee, that might have been it.
True.
But
that might have been.
Brent, being the constant professional, scouting his opponent, knew what Super Dex was going to do, and
see, he
hit the end of the road.
He brought it to a heck of a time. Let's see, the official time was 5 minutes 12 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, have either one of them finished something that quickly before?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they have that capability to finish that quick.
No, Nova and Dexter. I thought I heard them arguing once.
Yeah. And then we got to see I guess a qualifier match for the number 1 contendership for the Prospect Championship as Ashton Jacobs, accompanied by Dave Sagan and the doll, of course.
I was going to say, he has to be.
Yeah.
He can't walk out there without Sagan or Lizzie.
Well, we saw what happened last time the doll wasn't there.
I miss Mistress Lizzie. Where was she?
I don't know. Maybe at home?
Stupid COVID.
But either way, he was taking on Jason Silver, with the winner going to take on next week Mr. Legs for the Prospect Championship in his second defense.
Yeah, and I mean, this was a good match. You know,
it was
this
a really
is something
good match.
that, even though he may be possessed and Dave's controlling him, Dave knows what plays to call. Dave knows how to control that doll.
And it just shows the master tactician that is Dave Sagan.
Yep.
Because that's why I say that even if we'd been running the whole time, he'd still be champion today.
Yep. And then, it was good strategy by Silver trying to grab, the doll, because I guess you have to believe in voodoo then, I guess, if this is what we're getting.
Yeah.
I mean,
obviously Jason Silver, of all people, would want to get rid of somebody being under mind control, because after, the whole thing, I can understand how he would want to stop that in its tracks. But unfortunately, I guess that distracted him too much, because he unfortunately wasn't able to pull it out in the end.
Nope. No, Silver, you've heard the story. Silver can't pull anything out. So, but you've got, what?
I didn't.
You've
say
heard
it.
that.
I didn't say it.
Okay.
But either way, Ashton Jacobs coming out with the win, with Dave Sagan very proud of his
protege.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah.
He's proud of his little action doll.
Yeah.
And his action doll is getting a Prospect title shot.
Yeah, and who knows? He may lock up that championship.
Well, how great
Sagan.
would that be? Think about it. You lock up the Prospect title, and then you just keep it all the time. And then when Dave needs it, you give it to Dave, and then Dave gets his title back if, for some reason, Dave ever falls.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's good strategy on Father
Sagan.
Sagan.
Intelligent yeah.
Hail Sagan.
And then we got to see round 2, not just in the Gauntlet qualifier, but also between Baby D and Nova Phoenix. And, the first time was good. The second time was great. Yeah. And these two women are probably the most powerful women in MPX.
I would say wrestling right now. I mean, can you think of anyone more powerful in their hips than Baby D?
Definitely not.
No,
definitely not.
And I mean, can you see the power Nova Phoenix has? Like, sometimes I fear for Dexter. Sometimes,
the fact that the man can walk definitely shows that he is a stronger man than anyone gives him credit for.
And this match was, again, like you said, round 2. We saw it, last week, or at least you should have, if you got Fight, Win, Survive night 2. Because this is the match that, it locked it up for Team Gold. And like I said, two powerful women, very hard hitting. And it was very close, very fair fought match. They did not get.
Yeah, I guess we could say
it was.
that,
Dexter did win there. But I mean, it was the thing where they didn't beat Brent's time, but they still had a good, respectable time.
It was respectable time. It was 7 minutes, 14 seconds, and honestly, that didn't get her the first place, or I guess the last place in the Gauntlet match.
I mean, hey,
but still, it was impressive.
Yeah, it is, and as long as you're not last in this time, Gauntlet match, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a fan of her new music, though. I'm sorry. I love all about that bass.
Me too, but, it makes sense.
How?
Well, Texas women do it bigger.
Have you seen Nova? She's pretty big, though, and she's not from... Is she from Texas?
Yeah.
But Dexter? And
it's got to be a charity case.
Okay.
And then we got the third match of the Gauntlet qualifiers, in which we saw Stephen Kirby take on Byron Anthos. And this match, oh, wow. If the other...
Did you feel a presence?
Jeez. Sorry, I had a chill go up my spine. I thought I was a dead man for a moment. But either way, match...
We're past all that, remember?
I hope so.
He's happy Super Tex now. He's not mad Super Tex now.
I don't know. But either way, Stephen Kirby, Byron Anthos, hell of a match. These two had a very hard-hitting and deadly match between them, in which just lock after lock. And yes, sir.
He wished Stephen Kirby luck.
He did.
Not too much luck.
Definitely. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was.
Yeah. How are you tonight, sir?
Well, I'm definitely not happy.
Why are we not
Did you see
happy?
what
Super
happened
Tex?
at the end of the show tonight?
Yeah.
Jamie Aller and Larger Than Life. The Texas Chainsaw ruining everything.
Yeah, kind of.
You got these young kids go out there and have a hell of a match. They get the win, and they immediately pay for it. I wouldn't be happy. Yes, I'm very happy that I won my match in such a short time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there. What happened in the middle of that ring in the main event is a travesty. And something needs to be done.
I can agree with that.
So don't
personally.
assume that I am happy, Super Tex. I'm not happy about anything.
You are fighting for the title
Next week, though.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if you come out with the win, you definitely have something to say. You know, you can take it to Jamie face to face.
I've always got something to say, Jay.
True.
It's been 3 long years. It's been 3 long years since I first became the MPX heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, longest reigning champion in this building.
Well,
up until. Hey, some people, like he said, there should be an asterisk. I believe you were one that also said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, Dave has not defended that title enough. Coronavirus be damned. Dave, your time's coming up. And you are looking at the new MPX champion. Carry on, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Or a good rest of your night.
Kirby and Byron.
Kirby and Byron, yes. Hell of a match, hard hitting, a lot of holds.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the fight win survive. We saw the technicality that Byron can bring.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, he again took it to Kirby. You're not going to find in MPX a better mat technical wrestler than Byron Anthos.
These two, it's like honestly, I'm not surprised it took over 12 minutes for this match to finish because neither man was ready to give up.
No.
It was just like, I mean, obviously Byron was trying to defend the honor of House Sagan. He was trying to make sure that Dave was going to have an ally in the ring the whole time. But Kirby, he's just got that drive. And, it's like he's having to do this a little more sober than he usually does. He didn't have the bottle with him.
No, and I mean, that's maybe if he had the ball, it would have been quicker.
Maybe, who knows? But, either way, he still came out on top with that match. It took everything he had, but he did win it.
Yeah, he did. And like you said, 12 minutes. Might be a little bit of spoiler, but I think he's first.
Yeah, that might. Oh, wow.
Don't you think it's kind of weird that someone that wears a Houston Astros hat says that someone else should have an asterisk?
And then we got to see someone we've seen before and a complete newcomer, as far as I know. We got to see Tommy Dean.
No.
What?
His name's Dean.
Dean?
We already have a Tommy. You cannot have 2 Tommies. We have the Tommy Becker.
Yeah.
This is MPX. That's the only Tommy allowed here.
Okay, we've got, but it's Tommy Dean.
No.
The
Dean.
Tommy Becker.
No, his name's Dean.
Either way, Dean taking on Thrash, who I've got to say, it's kind of like
Trash?
Thrash.
Are you sure?
As in thrash metal.
I could have sworn that thing said trash.
No.
Well, I heard some fans say that.
Well, there's a lot of fans who say a lot of things. But either way, these two actually had a heck of a match between them. I mean, Thrash, talking a whole lot of trash about Texas, and even
he
though
didn't
Tommy
endear
Dean's
himself to the fans.
Even though Dean's from Oklahoma, he did basically say Texas is a good place. It is the best place.
I mean, let's be honest. If it wasn't for Texas, a lot of these Oklahoma wrestlers no one would know them.
Yeah, but it was a really good match, and honestly, there were times in which I thought that Thrash was going to take the match, but
very powerful. Like I had said to you, kind of very reminiscent of me. It's a one-man gang kind of.
Yeah.
Not just in look, but also just the ability and the power he had.
Yeah.
Tommy Dean, it really impressed me with how athletic he was. I don't remember him being that athletic last time we saw him. He nailed that spring kip up, lariat out of the corner, whatever he's going to call it. And then you saw he won with the beautiful frog splash.
Oh, yeah. No, it was a great.
The height he got on that. And I mean, everyone who knows the MPX arena knows that we do have kind of a lower ceiling than other places. I thought he almost hit it. I was shocked at how high he was able to get.
He got some serious air on that one, bringing down the frog splash on Thrash and getting the 3. I got to say, I hope we see more of these guys because honestly, I think Thrash, if he hits his stride, he can definitely bring something. And Tommy Dean, I know you say that we only have one Tommy, but if he keeps going the way he's going, then we could have two and have a lot of respect for both.
Jamie would make sure that wouldn't happen.
I'm sure
there would be a match for the Tommy rights.
And then we had the fourth qualifier match for this gauntlet match, in which Tatum Manning,
1 in a million,
the only one who lost for Gold Team Fight Win Survive.
Why are you bringing up old stuff? Plus, I mean, let's be honest. A good team captain, he may not pull out the win, but he led his team to victory.
Yep, led by Tatum, not by example.
What? No, that's not what I meant. You're twisting my words, sir.
But either way, he was taking on I gotta say, looked like a newly reinvented Wesley Crane.
Yeah, Wes came in with, I mean, you know how bad Wes wants in that match. Because I mean, not only does he want the MPX title back, obviously. He wants Dave.
Yeah. I think there are times in which it's not even so much the belt that he cares about as getting his revenge on House Sagan as a whole. He wants to destroy the whole thing.
Yeah, he wants to set fire to it and take all their faces. It's a very weird fetish he has.
But either way, this match, oh man, we've seen Tatum take on Wesley Crane before under Wesley's ways, and while this may not have been Wesley's ways, it was still Wesley's ways.
Let's be honest, it's always going to be Wesley's way. Wesley's always going to get his way, and this is, I mean, I know he's in the match in the main event, but there was a little convoluted. This had to be match of the night for me. Wesley Crane and Tatum Manning going out there, two of the youngest, brightest futures here at MPX. One who's already reached the pinnacle with the MPX title, had a wonderful title reign. And unfortunately lost it to Hell Sagan. He's really hadn't been the same since he's lost that belt. Then you got Tatum, who just keeps rising and rising and rising, as Menage a Trois always does.
And it looked for a bit like Tatum was unfortunately going to lose this one to Wesley Crane, but whereas Wesley is aiming for House Sagan is also still aiming for Wesley.
Didn't forget what Wes did. Did you forget what Wes did?
No.
Would you?
Honestly, I can definitely understand why Sagan would do what he did.
Exactly.
It was devastating, and it ended badly for Wesley, with Tatum being able to pick up the win at 9 minutes and 12 seconds. Longer than he would have liked, I'm sure.
Hey, Tatum doesn't know how to do things short, all right? That was a respectable time.
Yeah, but this is one of those times where you want it to be a short one.
Well, Menage a Trois didn't know how to do that. They haven't had that, they haven't taught that yet. But yeah, Tatum picking up the win, heading into the gauntlet, and could we see someone rise to the title as quick as Tatum has?
I think we did before.
Yeah, sure, Ryan did do that already, but Tatum is still 1 in a million.
True.
Do you think COVID's affected Wesley's cannibalism?
And then we had the final of the Gauntlet qualifier matches, in which Dave Sagan will not only be trying to qualify for the Gauntlet match to make sure that he got the shortest time, but he would also be defending the MPX Championship. I'm sorry, this one was a little too wild, because he didn't even get to start the match before Wesley Crane came out to exact revenge.
Hail Sagan. I'm sorry, Dave.
But think about it. I mean, Wesley was there waiting for him. He came in and he just, destroyed him.
Like we said earlier, this Wesley and Dave feud has got to be one of the most vengeful, bloodiest, hate-fueled feuds we've had. This rivalry, I mean, you can trace it back to a couple of years ago when we had talked about Wes and Dave had a match of the night. It was one of the, to me, it's maybe where a lot of people open their eyes to Wes.
Yeah.
And then Wesley, still, him and Dave, there's just something about it. They do not like each other.
No, there's just, something with that just does not match well. It's not oil and water, it's gasoline in a match.
Yeah.
It's just really dangerous.
I think Wes is the match, probably. Yeah.
Probably. But either way, Wesley coming out, he destroys Dave Sagan, leaving him just prone in the middle of the ring, and Skip Terrific, who was Dave's opponent, making you think that this was going to be probably the shortest match ever. Not just in the Gauntlet qualifiers, but ever.
I mean,
and Skip almost had it. He almost capitalized.
Dave would have not let Wes rest if he had lost the title to Skip Turner. I have a feeling none of us. I have a feeling Dave would have snapped and taken all the addicts out, would have taken the announcers out, would have taken the ref out. Like, he would have burned this building to the ground.
With us inside it still. And so, I guess the fact that Dave won, fairly handily for everything that Skip brought to him, and Skip brought a lot.
It wasn't even for Skip. I mean, all that Wes couldn't put him down.
Yeah, but still, Skip, you saw that. I mean, it's like that Air 5. Come on, man.
Air 5 looked very painful. I don't ever want an Air 5.
No Air 5. It looks painful as all get out, and Dave just weathered all of the beating, both Wes and Skip, and came out on top because, honestly, it's Dave Sagan. He's just that good.
There's a reason he is our MPX champion.
Exactly.
There's a reason he's the longest reigning MPX champion. No asterisk. No asterisk.
If you say so.
No, I saw the truck leave. It's no asterisk.
We're good. But either way, do you think you'll come after us next week?
Yes. That's why I'm not going to be here. I'll be remote.
Of course. But either way, he won it in 2 minutes and 14 seconds, the shortest time, which means our MPX champion will be the final entrant in the gauntlet match next week.
I mean, that is the advantage. Mm-hmm. All these other men are going to beat the hell out of each other. And
he's going to have champion's advantage on top of that. I honestly, everything in this is stacked in Dave Sagan's favor. I don't think there's any way he can come out of this without the belt.
I don't think so either, but like we said at the beginning, you've got such legends and a legend in the making in this match. It really could be anyone's game, but yes, right now it is definitely House Sagan's advantage.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll see what happens next week on that one, but we're not done yet.
House always wins.
Mm.
3, 2, 1.
Now remember what Jamie said. Stick to the points.
And then we had the main event, in which it was a 6-man tag team match between the team of Larger Than Life and Sky de Lacrimosa.
The Texas Chainsaw. Sky, you're already missing the points. Sorry, Sky.
No, it's just
Daddy Isaac.
I'm just not understanding how this could work. I mean, especially given the history between the two sides here on that.
Because Jamie had a special talk with Daddy Isaac. He okayed it, and they had a communication, and Texas Chainsaw Sky was on loan.
Okay, I guess, but on top of that, they were taking on the brand new rookies of Casey.
No. What? Rookies don't get names. You have to earn your name here.
I think they earned it tonight.
No, you can say prospect champion Mr. Legs.
Yes, the prospect champion Mr. Legs.
And I guess LOL were with them.
The Legion of Legs.
Yeah, LOL.
Yes, but either way, gotta say this match was it was not what I was expecting. I mean, honestly,
that's what I expected.
Brand new kids, I guess you could say, in the ring, the rookies, taking on the tried and tested MPX champions, the Texas Chainsaw, most dangerous man at MPX.
And you're forgetting, stick to the points Jamie said. The best unsigned tag team in wrestling today.
Either way, but I thought this was going to be a completely one-sided match. Maybe a little bit of hope coming from Mr. Legs when he got in the ring, but I was surprised to see Noah Navarre and Casey just come out.
Don't.
Full force on this.
No. Exactly what you thought happened when it happened. Rookies were laid out. Larger Than Life and the Texas Chainsaw were standing tall. That's it. That was the end of the match. That's what happened.
You're forgetting one little point in between those 2 points.
Nope. Points. Bullet points.
Yeah, the bullet point.
Right here.
With the ultimate bullet point being when Noah Navarre rolled up. The Tommy Becker for the win. But of course, it didn't end so well, and once I get him back here, I guess we'll cover that. Kyle! Are you okay?
Are you sticking to the bullet points?
Either way, after the match ended, it did not end well for the rookies.
Who was standing tall?
At the end of the night, standing tall were, of course, the MPX Tag Team Champions, the Texas Chainsaw, and Jamie Aller.
Yeah, don't forget.
Because they just laid waste to everyone in the ring. Stephen Kirby tried to come out and save his rookies, and unfortunately, it didn't end well for him either.
I get he's a great trainer. He's
one of the best.
He is. He's probably the best in Texas. He cares about his kids, but there's sometimes you need to let the kids learn. And that was a teaching lesson. That was a teaching moment. There's actually
I guess the teaching moment would definitely be don't turn your back on Jamie Aller ever.
Hey, look. In Aller we trust, WWJD. Look, exactly what he said. Hey, Jamie didn't take anything away from them. Those three have potential.
Mm-hmm.
They have potential to be some of the best here in MPX.
Absolutely.
But they need to find their way. Ryan and Tommy had potential. Jamie saw that, and they found Jamie, and that's what made them the greatest MPX Tag Team Champions ever. And the greatest MPX champions.
I think Mr. Legs is already well on his way to becoming greatness himself. I mean, he's already a prospect champion. He's already had one defense against Tommy Becker, no less.
Yeah, and that ended very questionably. Oh, it did.
You say.
But have we checked those legs? Has he had an X-ray?
You want to check his legs?
I mean, someone needs to.
He wants to check Mr. Legs' legs.
I'm just telling you. They seem very hard.
Well, you are the medical professional of the two of us. So no, that makes sense.
I think they need to be X-rayed. There's something in there.
But either way, next week we're going to be coming back and we're going to have that gauntlet match.
I've heard Randy's on the juice.
Well, actually, it would make sense how he came back so quick.
Randy is bigger than Lenny, I'm telling you.
But back to the
drug test, Randy.
Things are. Next week, we're going to have that gauntlet match in which Dave Sagan is going to be the final entrant. Will we see Stephen Kirby as the first entrant? We're not entirely sure how the timing works on this.
I'm pretty sure we do. It was by the times.
Well, it was, at the very least, it was by the times of, it's like the
longest is going to be first. Shortest time's going to be last.
I can be wrong.
You're always wrong.
I'm not always wrong. But either way, it was an incredible night tonight. It's going to be an incredible night next week. Make sure you get your tickets online now. MPXWrestling.com. Get them. 1550. All sections open.
Yep.
Limited seating, guys.
Wear your mask at all times. There's a couple of you that didn't. Next time I'm telling security. First warning, only warning.
Yep. And honestly, I can't wait to see that match because we're also going to see the Prospect Championship match.
Yep.
Ashton Jacobs of House Sagan taking on Mr. Legs.
Yep.
And you got to wonder, is Mr. Legs going to be at 100% after tonight?
I mean, hey, like you said, this was a great night. This was a great show, and it's always a great show when we have Larger Than Life, the Texas Chainsaw, and Jamie Aller standing tall amongst a bunch of dead rookies.
Oh, I guess it's water under the bridge for them. But either way, make sure you get your tickets now. Make sure you check out all the action on the network at network.mpxwrestling.com. And, of course, you can always check us out, too, here on YouTube, over on Facebook. And you know what? We're on TikTok now. Go to Certified Wrestling or Certified Mark on TikTok and check us out.
When did you do that? That's getting banned. It's illegal.
That's okay. I used your information.
But China knows who I am.
Keep it kayfabe, wrestling fans. And then we had the third of the gauntlet match qualifiers in which Stephen...
God, do you see what you've done, Brent?
I can't.
Do you see what you have done? You have ruined this man.